Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Jonas Valanciunas.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Emmanuel quickly out there with Grady Dick, and it's Barrett at the small forward. And for the Wizards, Koulibaly is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Sarr. Then there's Jordan Poole. And it's Carrington in at the 2 spot. It'll be the Raptors off the tip. And Greg, when you're facing the front of a back-to-back, how much does that affect you as a player?
Before and after the game, for sure, it's on your mind. But once the whistle blows, you have to live in the moment. You can bet the coaches are very aware of it.
It's rebounded by Dick. Last outing for Toronto, they won that game against New Orleans. Pass to Pirtle. Now Dick. And he banks in the layup. Dick's got the opening basket of the game for the Raptors.
Oh, good balance from Dick. Able to take the contact and still score inside.
Here's Koulibaly. Barrett covering. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. Quickly against Poole. Count that one.
Jordan Poole says I might be slight of frame, but I've got enough toughness to absorb this contact.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. Brian Keefe shared a few moments with me. Coach had praise for one of the opponents tonight, the versatile Scotty Barnes. He told me Scotty's somebody that can do it all. He can score, pass, rebound, and defend multiple positions. And that's rare for a player his age. So, Kevin, Scotty's still growing as a player.
Thanks so much, David. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
Well, the hard work on the offensive glass pays off for Jakob Poeltl. Like to see that mindset from the big man. Goes back up strong as soon as he gets his hands on the basketball.
Now, here's Poole. He had 15 points last outing. And Poeltl sends it back. Here's Quickly. Rebound by the Wizards. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
ADB, one thing about Kyle Kuzma, at 6'9", he is a big wing.
What I love about him, Kevin, is that he's such a strong shooter. He can bang in the post if you need him to. He always puts up solid rebounding numbers. And I think the final piece we've seen him developing is his ability to distribute the basketball.
And the first one at the line is good. And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer. But, Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And, Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader. But he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
The Raptors making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. That one is no good. Recently, the Raptors made moves, Greg, to add some Canadian-born talent to their roster.
They traded for R.J. Barrett and Kelly Olynyk, 2 guys that represent Canada in international play, and were both born in Toronto, now playing for their hometown team.
They get it back. Second chance shot. And Sarr pulls it down.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Pass to Poole. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. And it's Barnes with the ball for Toronto. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And Washington making a change here. Valanciunas is checked in. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Jordan Poole.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Pass to Saw. Now here's Valanciunas, defended by Pirtle. Valanciunas against Pirtle. No good from Valanciunas.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Hey, Doris, how has Scotty Barnes advanced his game since being named Rookie of the Year back in 2022?
Well, all the physical skills are there for him. Tremendous athlete, cross-positional defensively. I think what happens for young players is they start to read the progressions of the game more quickly. Now you can put the ball in his hands, let him be a decision maker. This guy is a stat stuffer.
That free throw missing. The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes, GA. He had a terrific rookie year, as we know. His second year may have fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit stagnant for Scotty, but man, he had a monster third year, making his first All-Star game. The playmaking of Barnes especially took a leap.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. There's been a lot of turnover in Washington, Doris, over the last few years. Where do you think they go from here?
I think the first thing they're looking for, Kevin, is obviously a cornerstone around which to build your team. Recently, it was Bradley Beal. Now they are looking for someone to step up and be their guy. Well, the big man has quite the presence inside. Jonas Valanciunas gets physical and draws the contact. He's got to stay aggressive.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And a bruising, fundamentally sound big man. Valanciunas is a throwback. More importantly, he's willing to play whatever role is asked of him.
And so he hits both.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, "We're doing a good job at the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other. That's a good baseline to build on." Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players. Here's Barnes. After the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas, Barnes, an easy 2 points on the layup. Barnes has got his second bucket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Well, they're passing to George. And Barnes sends it back.
Get those long arms to work, Scotty Barnes. Send it back, young sir.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Butler feeling out a bit. Pass to Coulibaly. Shot clock at 6. Let's go. And that one's good by Butler. And here is Barnes. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
You know what else impressed me? How infectious his tenacity was. Simply a wrecking ball on the boards, collected huge amounts of rebounds.
And that does it for the first quarter. The Raptors out in front, up by 4. We'll be back shortly, live from Washington. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
These guys have been so quick off the dribble, finding great lanes to attack and getting themselves to the basket.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are one or two of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. Mitchell is out there with Dick. Then there's Chris Boucher. And it's Abaji in at the small forward.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Kuzma outside. Pass to Kispert. Clock at 6. That's a 2 from Butler. Mobo with the rebound.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Here's Boucher for the 3, and the rejection by Valanciunas. And they'll get another chance. Here's Abaji. Off target from outside. Wizards trail by 6. To the inside. And it's Valanciunas that time on the assist by Butler. Valanciunas has got 6.
Well, Jonas Valanciunas showing good hands and finishing ability inside. And this guy on that end of the floor has always been effective.
And there's the foul. It's on Chris Boucher. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Gill is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Walter, he's checked in for the Raptors. Brown comes in for Dick. For Washington, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And the defense of this Raptors team, Greg, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. It makes defending a much easier prospect.
Wizards making a switch here. Champagne's checked in. Raptors leading by 7. Here's Shed. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. To the paint. Here's Brown. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Outside Butler. Back to George. Nice ball movement by Washington. Here's Champagnie. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Pass to Shed. Olynyk with it. Back to Brown. Rebound by Kispert.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
Here's Champagnie. They set the pick. Back to Kispert. Now Valanciunas. Olynyk is covering. No good from Valanciunas. Raptors leading by 7. Here's Walter. No scoring in this one. Here's Shed. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Valanciunas inside. He's against Olynyk. And it's blocked.
How about the swat by Olynyk? Nice defensive play.
Pass to Shed. Olynyk, a screen on Butler. Here's Shed. And the Raptors miss again.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
To the middle. Outside, George. To end the drought. A three-pointer is right on target.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. And some changes here for the Raptors. Now, here's Barrett. He's defended by Koulibaly. Pass to Barnes. Now here is Pirtle. Now Dick. Misses the three. And DB, the measurables jump off the page for Koulibaly. 6'8" with a 7'2" arm span.
Kev, that's the kind of length that would allow somebody to be a menace defensively. Let's remember, he was the 7th pick back in 2023. The Wizards clearly very high on this young guy's potential.
Back to quickly. 5 to shoot. The three. Out to Barrett. Barnes passes to Quickly. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
IQ is fearless, baby. Absorbs the foul and continues on his way.
With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you'll find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
First free throw is good. And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow.
And Quickly drops them both. A reserve through his first 3.5 seasons. Quickly now stepping indoors to a starting role.
You know, Kevin, you go from instant offense role off the bench to now being a lead guard. The responsibility takes an extraordinary step up. But this guy is clearly ready. Quickly wanted to be a starter in this league.
Kept alive. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Right 16 seconds left in the first half. Back to Kuzma. Shot clock at 3. And he sinks the layup.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Here's Dick. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Raptors lead by 4. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
And that game against the Bulls, on paper, these teams are pretty even. So what will be the determining factor there, Ernie? I'm not sure, but they got to avoid mental errors.
Shaq, you agree with Kenny?
Not on most things, but this case, yeah,
maybe.
Yes.
It took you too long.
And guys, let's take a look at the Wizards in that first half. Neither side able to build a significant lead through 2.
I got to see more fight on the glass. They're in a slugfest. Winning the battle of the boards can swing this game.
But do they have the personnel to do it? I agree with you. They need to do it better, but can they?
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Grady Dick displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And so Poole will bring it up for Washington. 4-point game. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Koulibaly. Then there's Jordan Poole. Then it's Sarr, and it's Carrington in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Here's Sarr. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Sarr's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Wizards. Quickly the pass to Dick. Toronto working the ball around now. Now here's Barrett. He's defended by Koulibaly. And Barrett gets it to go.
We've seen this time and again. R.J. Barrett will not be deterred by a little contact.
Koulibaly finds Kuzma. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Scotty Barnes picks one up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Wizards shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
That one is off.
What I love about Kyle Kuzma is he's got size and versatility. He's a capable scorer, but he's also now willing to share the rock.
And he can't hit the second.
What I love about Kyle Kuzma is this guy understands there's more to the game than just scoring. That's a change from his rookie season. Now he wants to contribute defensively, and he gets on the glass, guys.
Wizards trail by 6. And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
And we get a chance to check out the numbers for Kyle Kuzma. He's putting up about 14 points a night, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Here's Koulibaly. Barrett covering. Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Barnes outside. Pass to Dick. Bangs home the trifecta. Dick's got 11.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
On the wing, Koulibaly. And here's Kuzma, covered by Barnes. 5 on the clock. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I like that Kuzma not backing down right there, letting the defense come and foul him in the act.
And he hasn't cashed in on his chances at the line, only making 1 free throw. And he knocks down the first one. And so he makes both from the line. And so here's Toronto, leading by 5. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for them. Barnes kicks to Barrett. Rebound by the Wizards.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Hey guys, the Wizards' #2 overall pick Alex Sarr wanted to be in Washington, D.C., and his defense gets him on the court right away. Not to mention, the Wizards are in a rebuild, and if his offense comes along, he could be a foundational piece for this franchise. Everyone's excited to see the development of Alex Sarr.
You're right, a big piece. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. Back to Dick, and the dunk by Dick.
And we saw this at Kansas. When Dick's on a roll, just keep feeding.
Pass to Sarr. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Poole. It's rebounded by Barrett. Toronto leading by 7. Dick in the corner. Quickly with it. Pass to Barnes. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup. Barnes has got the lead up to 9 now for Toronto.
You know, I've got to say, defensively, the effort simply hasn't been there this half. They've got to pick up their energy.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. Looking for a breather, and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, DA?
Kevin, the league recalibrated its emphasis on fouling during last season. Commissioner Adam Silver said there was a sense that offensive players had too much of an advantage. So an adjustment was made. The fans want great offense, but they want players to be allowed to play defense as well. And I think that's what we're seeing. Kevin, it's a welcome change.
Welcome indeed. No doubt about it, DA. And here are the best transition teams in the NBA. We're looking at the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. In fourth, the Raptors.
You know, it's an entertaining style of play. And look, I mean, those are the baskets you want if you've got the legs for it. Scoring becomes a lot easier.
There's 1:47 left to play in the third. Butler, no good.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
And Barnes gets double teamed. Barnes the screen. Pass to Mitchell. 4 on the shot clock. This one for 3. Hits it from three-point range. And now it's a 12-point Toronto lead.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
Mitchell against Butler. Over Mitchell. And Boucher sends it back. Here's Valanciunas. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Valanciunas has got 8 points.
With his strength, it isn't easy to upset Valanciunas with a little contact. You're going to have to get a lot more physical than that.
Here's Mitchell. He takes it in. Rebound by the Wizards. Valanciunas has got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Butler. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. And Boucher sends it back. Here's Abaji. Guarded by Valanciunas. George against Boucher. Pass to Mitchell. Over Butler. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. We've got Chris Boucher. Walter out there with Mitchell. And it's Mobo in at the power forward position. And it's Kispert in the corner. Pass to Baldwin. Lets it go with a 3. Walter pulls it in. Raptors leading by 12. Here's Mitchell. Defended by Kispert. Mitchell passes to Abaji. Kicks it out to Mitchell. The three-pointer, no good. Wizards shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Pass to Baldwin. Outside, Davis. Kispert setting the pick for Davis. Inside, Kispert, bounce pass. Launches it. Mobo with the rebound. Mobo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Valanciunas. Pass to Mobo. Here's Abaji. Knocks down the 3-ball.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Down low, Boucher with the steal. Fast break Toronto. Here's Mobo. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Yeah, and they are demoralized now, guys. A careless play to turn it over and then slow getting back on defense.
To the paint. Here's Valanciunas, and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting. Pass to Mobo. Mitchell is double. Lets it go from deep, and again, Toronto with the triple.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Pass to Song. To the inside. And Pirtle sends it back.
Very hard to get a shot off over Jakob Pirtle when he's that tight on you. Too much size, too much length.
To the middle. Here's Kuzma, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And while the offense is developing, Alex Sarr is already a huge presence at the defensive end.
Yeah, along with being a great rim protector, he's a 7-footer who can really slide his feet on the perimeter. He can switch on the guards and make them work for their opportunities.
That free throw, no good.
And he's taking care of the hard part tonight, which is getting to the line. But he hasn't finished the job once he gets there.
And he's good on the second. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Quickly against Poole. Quickly kicks to Barnes. Back to Quickly. 6 on the shot clock. Pirtle with a screen on Kuzma. And that one's good. Barnes.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Kuzma with a screen on Quickly. Pass to Kuzma. Now Sarr. And here is Poole. There's the screen. Hits the three-point bomb.
But Jordan Poole loves to shoot from this kind of distance. For some, it might be a bad shot. Not for this guy.
Here's Dick. Inside. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Here's Kuzma. No good from outside. Raptors leading by 16. There at the pass to Barnes. Now here is Pirtle. Pass to Dick. On the wing quickly. Raptors moving the ball around. Pirtle sets the pick for Barnes. Again, Toronto.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Raptors.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series.
to establish a psychological edge.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Grady Dick.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Grady Dick.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And at last, he gets a little redemption. You know, it's been several games since he's been at his best. He's really been having a tough time. There's 1:26 left to play here in the fourth. Mitchell against Butler. Every year, Doris, the NBA has a few points of emphasis they want to make. Anything you'd like to see emphasized?
Yeah, I think, Kevin, one thing that has to happen is we have got to give the defense a greater chance to succeed. We've tilted the game too heavily in the offense's favor, meaning too often at the rim there's foul shots given for marginal contact. I think the defense has got to become more involved in the outcome of games.
George dishes to Butler. Outside, George. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. .26 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Raptors lead by 17.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Grady Dick.